not pull the plug on a Marvel franchise. I mean, on his Avatar franchise. Guess what?
Yep.
They will.
Mm-hmm.
They'll pull the plug and go, well, find someplace else to do it. We don't need you to. We don't need to be waiting at all.
Exactly.
I mean, the only thing they ever give that amount of time to is literally like their Disney Pixar films.
Yeah.
Like that, because those take a significant amount of time to make.
Mm-hmm.
But when we're talking about something that's in front of a camera or like that, yes, and granted, it takes a lot of special effects. Marvel obviously takes a lot. The point is the entire movie is not CG. Get a move on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Especially when you have everything at your disposal through Disney. That's also the other thing. It's like you have all these things that Disney will give you to help you with your film if you need it. You need extra money? Here's extra money. You need this kind of graphics? Here. You want X amount of costume designers and makeup artists? Here you go.
Because also, Disney is looking beyond the film.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we have all these movie parks. They're pretty much, everything is getting very, very pushed for the Marvel theme parks. Mm-hmm. They're already doing it in Japan first. Disney's already setting up their Marvel. Japan is like their first one. But they're pushing forward. Avatar is obviously a big franchise. I'm not really into it, but Avatar is a big franchise. So I don't think for a second that Marvel that Disney's not going get a bust on this. We could make a whole thing in Disneyland, in Disney World with this. Mm-hmm. We could make a whole thing. You've developed a whole universe. You've developed a whole planet. We can't.
If done right, it could be. I'm not gonna say it could be up there with Harry Potter, but the message of what Percy Jackson is and all the other characters in there, it could be huge for them.
Yeah.
Because for those who don't know, I'm sure you guys don't either. In Percy Jackson, there's a bunch of kids called half-bloods, which means you're half human and half god. Now, the way you know you're a half-blood is if, you have tiny bits of powers, but other than the powers, before those even start to cultivate, is the fact of, okay, you're dyslexic, you have ADHD, you're on the spectrum, maybe you're taller than the rest, or maybe you're a dwarf. All those little idiosyncrasies with kids that they don't understand, that's what half-bloods are. So basically, if we wanted to, if Seth was younger and we wanted to explain that just means you're half god, dude.
Yeah, I know. It basically, Margaret chimed in really good with a good thing. Actually, Disney actually does have an Avatar thing, Pandora, in the Animal Kingdom. Ekin also mentioned, how he's loving the DC series and shows, and that's the thing. Marvel does not do great small screen, and the same thing vice versa, and then it goes vice versa. Also, DC does great with home release. have to look at the bigger scope of what's coming out or what they're acquiring from all this, and it's a much larger nerd scale than just the Marvel thing.
Yeah.
Like the Marvel thing is the biggest portion,
Yeah.
but
Because again, you just said we brought in the bookworms. Then you got Alien. You know, you got.
because I'm sure you're dying for a good Alien movie finally.
And has a huge following.
Yep.
You know, like they've gotten franchises.
That's the thing, exactly. They didn't just get the Marvel universe. They got franchises, and that's huge.
Okay, the heat being on is starting to make my hands swell.
I lowered it too.
My hands are swelling up.
All right.
Fun.
Yes, Aiken, we did discuss Disney with the Aliens franchise. As we were just kind of talking about that for a little bit just now, it's like it's gonna be interesting because again, they tried the Predators Aliens things and that was bad. And then Aliens itself has just been a kind of a dead franchise as of late.
After the second one, just like went away.
And then whatever they were trying to do with Prometheus, which is obviously Prometheus is supposed to be like this kind of prequel thing that leads to Aliens. It's like, okay, can we just
Light bulb.
give me the Aliens?
Light bulb. Okay, so Rocky Horror obviously is now a Disney property. Okay, now for those of you who don't know, at Disney resorts, especially down in Florida, there is a Disney nightlife scene for adults only. I can definitely see them taking advantage and like during the Halloween season doing an entire Rocky Horror shit out of that.
Oh yeah, because people do the midnight showings and all
Yes.
that, yeah.
So now that could become a thing for the adults. Like,
Because that's the thing. Parents always take their kids, and then it's like after hours, the kids go to bed, and then they're like, okay, what do we do now?
yeah.
So it's like you got to give the adults and the parents something to do. But also, again, then you do draw in adults that say don't have kids, and yeah, they'll hang out in the theme park during the day, and that brings out the kid in them. But it's like, okay, nighttime, I'm gonna be an adult, and I want to do some cool shit. And what makes it even better is when you're out there in Florida as an adult, it's like, fuck, I gotta drive miles. I gotta rent a car, and I gotta drive miles and miles away to do something to feel like an adult. Further.
Yes.
Exactly. They can go a little bit further. And obviously Disney has been, especially over the last year, really opening its doors to alternative lifestyles.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. Like, they were doing they've started doing what people didn't think they were ever going to do. They're acknowledging and embracing, and it's not like they're hiding it from younger demographics or whatever. It's like, no, this is life and this is the way it goes, and they're handling it very well.
Yeah.
So it's not to say it's not a possibility at all. So yeah,
That makes it so cool.
it does.
Oh my god, I'm out of water.
Oh,
And I'm gonna
Obama!
start dying.
Well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, being it is the Christmas weekend, we had said we weren't going to give you a whole big thing because this was the major topic and everything like that. But also, it is the holiday weekend, and then that
I'm gonna slide down and fall on my bed soon.
I'm sliding. But before we go, any nerd herders got anything for us before we go? Any questions? Now is the time.
This will make
I would like to do that.